Okay. Let's see if this works. Believe we have... Yes. Excellent. Okay. We are live, which is good. Hello, everybody. We are... It's been a few days since I last streamed. I admit that. Hello, Josh. Congratulations on being first. You have taken back your crown, as I have gained yet another crown. For not only am I Elden Lord, but I have beat the base game of Dark Souls 3. And I was also called a Lord by the Firekeeper for doing that. So, like, that's pretty cool. Just gaining royalties over here. Not royalties, like, that I would make money from, but royalties, like, I get to wear a funky little crown, and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. How are you? How have you been? What are you working on? You done anything cool lately? Oh, okay, Mando was on. That's fair. I forgot that Mandalorian came back tonight, so I understand. I have not watched the latest Last of Us. I have not watched the latest Mandalorian. I'm a little behind on my television programs because I was playing Dark Souls and watching JoJo's. Hello! How is it going? Double shot of Pedro this week, for sure. Yeah, I have to have like a Pedro night to just catch up on all the Pedro Pascal shows I'm behind on. And then also this weekend I'm going to see Cocaine Bear, the film, so that's kind of neat. I'm not slacking. I finished plenty of miniatures, I just didn't stream doing that. But today I'm going to glue some metallic things onto the bases of these guys. I just have random impressions that I made in bits of green stuff. I have enough for every base to get at least one, and then the plan is to like cover the rest of it in blood looking stuff. Like they're just in this horrible factory kind of setting. There's only a couple raised areas and the rest is all just like corpse grinded blood and stuff. AKA I don't have metallic bases or enough green stuff to make big enough bases for the models that I have, so gotta kind of improvise, and hopefully this works out, and maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but we're gonna give it a try and see what we think and how it looks and kind of go from there. Yeah, it has been a Pedro Pascal heavy season for television, I would say. If you're not a Pedro Pascal fan, you're gonna be hard pressed to find a quality program to watch. So hopefully most people like Pedro. Yeah, sometimes basing is just found some stuff, glued it to some other stuff. That's a base. Congratulations, you did the Warhammer. But I need to get these guys' bases finished up because Adepticon is basically, it's a countdown now. You got 22 days to go. And every day we're going to get a little bit closer and I'm going to get a little bit more excited. I am very much looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good time. I think I'm going to meet a lot of cool people. I think I'm going to spend more money than I should, as per usual. But I made a list of, like, things to prioritize, so I know what to look for when I go to the bits vendor. because I always forget, and then I'm like, oh no, what do I buy? I don't know. And this time I made a list of all the stuff that I kind of wish I had or would like to find, so I can just look for that, and then that's like a good first step to take. Okay, we've got our glue down on these guys. And then we're gonna paint the bases black so that we can put metallic stuff over it. And it should look cool. I don't exactly remember the metallics that I used before. I know I put a rust wash over everything, but I think I painted them silver before I did that. I don't remember. But that's certainly what we're gonna go with. So, but I think I'm gonna paint the entirety of the base black so that it's like kind of uniform. Need a pillow for my low back. Adept clock putting a sugar candy fire under 5s. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Josh hasn't even started painting his, from what I understand, so I'll be good. I don't even know if I'm going to use these bugs in my list. But I want them to be ready. I want to be able to put another finished model on the scoreboard. I'm not really keeping score with anyone but myself. I'm just sort of interested to see if I can beat last year's model count this year. So far this year, counting the model that I finished today, I'm at 42 models. Fully painted and based. Except, well, that one didn't have a base, it's just the model, so there's that. I'll get round to finishing up quite a few this month, I think. I have to get some more basing materials for the other knights. The mint chocolate knight I still haven't counted as finished because I haven't finished the base for him. I still need to do that, and I haven't done it yet. And then, I ordered little nameplates for my knights in the mail, and they came in. But I don't want to put the one on the Strawberry Knight just yet because I'm gonna take it to Adepticon, for the Golden Demon. And I know they're kind of weird about, like, they're kind of weird about, 3D printed stuff sometimes, so to be on the safe side, I'll just wait until that's done. Oh, I just used the rust and then just stippled Gauss Blaster? Okay, so I didn't put a metallic down, I just went straight in for the rust. Okay. I'm pretty sure I did a black undercoat. That feels like what I would have done, but maybe I didn't do that. Doing it this time, though. I'm really excited because my friend who I beat Dark Souls with said that they would play Bloodborne with me, and he and I are going to play it, and I'm very excited. It's a good excuse to do a new Bloodborne playthrough. And frankly, I haven't had a good excuse to do another Bloodborne playthrough in ages, so it's going to be fun. Gonna have a good time. Dude, Josh, can we switch lives? I would also like to ignore my own brain, be eating key lime pie, and watching The Mandalorian. That sounds amazing. key lime pie is like my favorite dessert. And once I'm finished with these bugs, we're headed back to Tao Test Kitchen. I know you guys have missed it. I've missed it. I haven't painted a Tao in ages, so hopefully I remember my paint scheme for them. Or maybe I'll change it up a little bit. I feel like as long as we end up in the key lime pie zone, we're gonna be fine. Yeah, boy, Taos, for sure. It'll be really cool. I have the Dark Souls 3 soundtrack going in the background because, like I said, I recently beat the game, so it just feels appropriate. Ice cream nights and pie Tao, exactly. Pie Tao is back on the menu. Absolutely. Maybe if I do good this stream and get these bases finished up, we can get some Tao on this stream. I'll have to see. I'm trying to remember what color I did the base rims in. I think I just did them in black and then just painted their names on, so it's probably what we'll do. Yeah, black base rim feels correct somehow, which is not often my sentiment on the subject. Although that's usually a final step, so I should probably just finish up the top of the base first. We'll get there. We'll get there. Here's a box over here full of miniatures. Maybe we'll get to these. I don't know. These are mostly things that I want to build into dioramas, and I'm not sure how I feel about dioramas this year. Maybe we need to try some out. Hello, Soda. How's it going? I'm gonna probably finish up your guys this stream. Well, my guys. The guys that you sold me so that I could play Necromunda with you. How do we feel, by the way, about the new Necromunda model that got announced, who's basically just a tiny knight? He's so good. I feel so positive about him. I feel protective of him. I want, like, 1,000,000 of him. I think he's so cute. I was thinking maybe I should paint one up, because you get 2 in a box. And I've never done a giveaway on this channel or anything like that before, but people really seem to like my Strawberry Knight, so I was thinking I could paint a baby Strawberry Knight and then maybe do a giveaway, because that seems like a nice way to celebrate the fact that that Strawberry Knight has gotten a lot of attention. And I actually got an interesting offer. Somebody messaged me on Instagram and was like, hey, if you're ever thinking of selling that Strawberry Knight, I will buy it, which was very flattering. I'm not considering selling him at this time. I said I could paint a twin, but it would be an expensive project, and they're like, that's a fair price, but I don't have that kind of money right now, which was totally fair. But it did make me think that it would be cool to have somebody else having a little ice cream night out there in the world, so I'm thinking about that. I think that would be kind of neat, kind of fun. We'll see. I'm not making any strong commitments, because obviously I don't know how hard these models are to build, and I don't know how expensive they're going to be. I would never be able to do a knight as a giveaway because I frankly like mine too much and I don't wish to part with them. Also, their models are pretty pricey, comparatively speaking. Necromunda Dairy Queen Knight. That would be cute. He's so good. He's just a little guy. I'm also really excited because, like, I don't know if you guys remember Joe from the one video, my friend who painted some Skaven with me, who gave them away to his friend. But I'm going to visit Mary Beth and Joe later in the year, and Joe totally wants a Warhammer Knight. So I think it would be fun if instead I was like, hey, you know those big knights that cost fuck off amounts of money? How about we paint tiny baby knights instead? I feel like that would be a fun project for us to do. Especially because one of our plans while there is to visit Disney World. And I think it would be fun if we took the baby knights to Disney World like they were tiny children. I don't know. I don't know if these are good ideas or stupid ideas, but they're certainly my ideas. The Ambots are 60 for a box of 2, so you assume the Enforcer bots will be the same. That's actually, you know, it's not reasonable because nothing in GW is reasonable, but that's not terrible. This Dark Souls music is making me feel really epic about the fact that I am literally just painting tiny bugmen. I'm glad that that robot makes you want to use your enforcers. I'm considering getting enforcers if I like Necromunda so that I can use those robots. But Soda, you have to make Necromunda fun. You have to make me want to enjoy Necromunda. Well, I want to enjoy it. Necromunda has to be fun. You understand? It's probably, yeah, the Vort theme. I just put on the OST, so I think it's just gonna kind of go through them in like, order and stuff. But if it's really loud or really annoying, just let me know, and I'll put on our, sounds from the grocery store, or our just 1930s background music. I just thought it would be kind of cool. It's not every day that you beat Dark Souls 3 for the first time after kind of setting it down for years and years, so I think it's nice that I've finally beaten it. I'm not a fake fan, you know? Not that I was ever a fake fan, but I definitely had said that I preferred Bloodborne to Dark Souls, which is still true. Bloodborne is the superior title, in my opinion. I'm trying to decide whether I like Elden Ring or Bloodborne better, and I think I like Bloodborne better because it's not as overwhelming, and I really struggle with open world games. But I don't know, I had a really good time playing Elden Ring, so maybe I gotta let that one stew for a little bit. Hello, Kalos. How's it doing? Ooh, Dunkin' Donuts Enforcers? That's kind of funny. I kind of like that. I have wanted to do a donut-themed paint job for quite some time. That would be kind of fun. Plus, it would be an excuse for me to order and then eat donuts. A business expense. I know, right? All of these candy paint jobs, and you'd think I would have gotten around to painting something donut themed, but I've tried once or twice and I haven't been satisfied with the results, but we'll get there. I feel like recently I've been able to achieve better and better results with the things that I've been trying out, so I'm optimistic. You're a little confused about the heart in the corner of your screen. I don't know that I have a heart in the corner of my screen, but if that's coming up on your display, I can try and fix that. Does anyone else see that, or is that just a Kalos thing? Someone let me know, because if there's a video error, I'm gonna try and solve it there. Yeah, I don't see any heart, so I'm not sure, Kalos. I think that might just be something on your end. Okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you for chiming in about the heart. I'm going to assume that it is just something happening on Kalos' end. You're gonna click it? Okay. I cannot vouch for what happens if you click a mysterious heart that you find. Because I think even for YouTube, the like button, which you can click, you should click the like button if you like what's happening. It's a little thumbs up. That everybody weighing in on the hearts or no hearts, it's thank you. Oh, what? Oh, that's cool. There are little hearts popping up. I don't understand how that's happening. They're in like the chat box. I guess when you click something, it makes that happen. That's cute, actually. I don't know why that's happening. I didn't do anything to make that happen. But I see all your little hearts now. Oh, there's confetti and celebrations now. Maybe. Oh, hi, Anno. By the way, hello, Cameron. Hello, Goober. Hello. I think I said hello to you, Atomic Topher, but maybe I didn't. It's a heart attack. Oh my goodness. Hello, everybody. I guess mobile allows you to put emotes in the chat now. That's fun. I like that. Because then I can say something like, it's time to celebrate, and y'all can put little party hats in there. That's really neat. You're doing readings for your student teaching seminar? Excellent. I'm glad I can help you by being a noise in the background while you're doing that. I've played a few games of Commander now, Cameron, so I hope you're ready to play some Magic. For me to kind of know what I'm doing, but not really. Did I take a chance to look at Fear and Hunger yet? No, I was busy playing Dark Souls 3, but that's on my list of, like, stuff to binge watch this weekend when I'm not doing anything. I know you made another, like, Reddit post about it. And I'm hesitating because I can't decide if I want to play it or if I want to just watch a playthrough. But everybody's basically been telling me that I have to play Hollow Knight, so... I want to buy Hollow Knight, but I don't have money right now. So... Shout out to anyone who supports me on Patreon or my Ko-fi. Soon, when I get paid again, or maybe after Adepticon, I'll buy Hollow Knight and play it. But I'm also interested in Fear and Hunger. It's just money and time are the two factors with me in getting around to video games. Unfortunately, both of them are a limited supply, so... You are a person of Patreon. Thank you to everybody who supports me on Patreon. It is valued. I just know that I'm supposed to say that so YouTube will notice that I'm promoting stuff. Thank you to my current patrons. You guys are really cool. Oh, congrats on your first day at work. I hope that went well. Okay. That's got the base rim done. You don't have the base rim. No, you don't. Okay, I need to paint this one. And then we're gonna do some rust wash. And then we're gonna sponge on some verdigris that I think is on my other painting table. So I might have to get up and get that. And then I probably threw like Reichland Flesh Shade all over everything because that's what I always do, but I don't know if that's what I did last time. It might be what I do this time. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be a classic wait and see what Fives decides to do. Our favorite format of painting tutorial. Although this is a stream, this isn't a tutorial. Oh, congratulations on your raise. That's really cool. Hello, Chris. Welcome to the stream. How are you? How's it going? Painting anything cool? I hope you are. Or you're, you know, chilling, having a nice day. Okay, yeah, that's fair. When you're a student, don't overwork yourself or anything like that. It's nice when you have a limit of how much, like, it's nice and then it's also not, because sometimes you're like, I really just want to work a ton of hours and make a lot of money. But sometimes the world is like, no, you cannot. But then other times it's like, I'm glad that I can't be, like, overscheduled because student. Need time to do student things. Alright, so got our rust wash here. Which I think, if I recall, I just sort of slopped on there. That feels right. I'm just gonna put that all on for everything. Yeah. That feels correct. Sort of. We're gonna go with that's right. And then if it's not, it's not. But we're gonna end up with a weird base either way. Because basically everything that isn't these metal panels, I'm going to freaking coat with Martian iron crust and maybe a little blood for the blood god if we're feeling jazzy, to make it look like they're on the factory floor of some horrible industrial meat grindy gross place. That's very scientific. Basically, oh my gosh. The puns. Kit bashing Orc Gretchen to be Spec Op infiltrators sounds delightful. That sounds so silly and wonderful. I've gotta think up some names for these guys too. I think I am gonna just end up naming them after delivery apps, at least the non-priest guy. I can't decide if I'm gonna name the priest guy something like Nutrition Facts, or if I go for something like Mega Corporation, or Big Business, or I Am the Manager. So, because he's the coolest guy that I have. I feel like he should have the coolest name, but I don't know what to name him. I think I'm gonna go with Grubhub, DoorDash, Deliveroo, and probably Postmates as the names of the other ones. I like that one's called Grubhub because grub is also like a bug, and I feel like it fits really well. The manager or the bugager. McDonald's boys raiding the Amazon warehouse. Oh, Josh has a question, which started out with Mick Fivers, which I quite like. Should you try to paint some more soul gems on your Wraith Lord, or zone out in the middle distance while you paint? You did some painting earlier today. You can do whatever you want. Like, I'm not gonna tell you that you should paint if you're like, I already painted today, and I think I did a good job, and I'm happy with my progress. But, like, if you're feeling the inspiration to paint with us, and to do some extra gems on your Wraith Lord, then hell yeah. Pick up that paintbrush, and pull up a chair. We're here to hobby together. And we'd love to see your Wraith Lord. I think you've posted some photos of him in the Discord. I've been liking what I'm seeing. Or maybe I haven't actually hit the like button, because sometimes I look at stuff while on my breaks at work, and I don't always have the time to write up a nice comment about them. But I do like them. I think they're cool. Eldar and Wraith Lords and stuff like that, I do look at it and I go, I feel like I could come up with some fun ideas for this, but I don't know. I don't know if I'd like it once I got started painting it, so I haven't taken the plunge and actually picked up any Eldar. Karen Jorl, the only survivor of their planet's exterminatus. No. These guys hunt Karens. They are not Karens. They're the anti-Karens. Maybe I should name him Communism or Socialism. The final bastion against complete capitalism. Karl Marx on his bug steed. Socialist. Oh, I should name him OSHA. That would make sense. OSHA, the Great and Terrible. Or I could name him OSHA Regulations. Because, you know, he's there to, like, protect his union of bug people that murder Karens. Yeah, we're gonna name him OSHA. Okay, so the gems you have done so far are purple or green. Should I keep with those or do a few orange gems? You know, I'm really kind of digging orange as a color recently, so I don't know if maybe it's just because the Chainsaw Man's chainsaw is orange. But I'm gonna say, yeah, do an orange one. See how it feels. Ooh, Rothian coming in with some Gundam news. What you got? You ordered the Gundam high-grade Aerial today. Excited now to save up for the figure rise kit of Suletta and Minorine. I don't know who any of those characters are, but that sounds sick as hell. I bought a Magic the Gathering deck that has Gundams and pilots that are like alien, rabbit, human people things called Moonfolk. And they look really cool. So it's definitely like a hashtag not Evangelion team. And I'm just really interested in Gundams recently. I gotta watch Witch from Mercury. That's the shiny new one that everybody's talking about, but I don't know, I've been getting really into JoJo Part 5, if I'm honest with you, and that's been really entertaining. So most of the time I'm just watching that. Or playing Dark Souls. It's been really hard to tear myself away from JoJo Part 5, which is funny because I felt like JoJo Part 4 was a slog to get through. So it always kind of is interesting to me how some parts I just don't connect with at all, and other parts I'm like, yeah, this is what we're doing. Alright, I'm gonna grab the Verdigris color, which is just Gauss Blaster Green, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Hey, Perm! Nice to see you again. How's it going? Named someone Dennis the Associate Night Managers. Gundam models confuse you. Is it like a game? Do you paint them? Or are they just like model cars but robots? They're just guys. They're just little guys. They don't have... I think that it started kind of like a model car sort of thing, but you can just have, like, the guy from the TV show. He's just like a guy. This is one of my guys, who I still need to finish painting, and haven't yet. Actually, you know what? While we're waiting for these to dry, let's put some... I need to put little olives on his pizza bits, so we're gonna do that. Why the hell not? We're here, and I've got black paint on the palette, so... I don't see why not. This year's all about finishing projects, so... Making progress on Gundams is not the wrong answer here. You just need some little black olives. And then some cheese details and a lot of other work that still needs to get done. But it starts by painting black olives. I really can't do anything until the rust dries on that, so it's like mine as well. With Gundams, I just think they're kind of weird and funny and cool. And like, I wanted to make this guy into a pizza chef, so the paint job on him, I'll admit, it's kind of crap. Like, it doesn't look, the layers don't look very smooth and stuff like that, but that's fine. The perfect is the enemy of the complete, and I would like to finish him. I think next time I would prime this model a different way, and if I do another Gundam project, which, trust me, I want to do so bad, I have other ideas, but I would probably do different things with it. But for just kind of going and trying out a Gundam for the first time, I had a great time. Ooh, you're planning what conventions to go to. Might I recommend Adepticon? Because I'm going to that one. And it's this month. Which might be a little bit short notice if you weren't already planning on going to Adepticon. But, they sell a stupid huge Eva kit. Like a really big one. It's so big. I want it so bad. But I would also buy that kit and then make it a chocolate cake with vanilla frosting Eva, I think. I think that would look very nice. I do also think it would be sacrilege to paint a kit that nice, but I'd like to do it. I didn't bully you. I gently suggested. You got the Gushin Rebake? I think that might be the same one that I'm painting right now. That would be really cool if the newest JoJo part had a trans character. I think JoJo's has some, I'm just gonna say, interesting representation over the years. Definitely, I mean, as far as I've watched, nothing has been explicitly confirmed one way or the other yet, but, like, I don't think anyone can ignore the amount of subtext in JoJo's. It's a lot. And all of those characters are designed to be, like, super buff. It's just, like, there's a lot going on here. And I don't think it's straight. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, part 5, I guess spoilers, maybe? I don't know. But part 5, the JoJo in it is supposedly Dio Brando's son. And I'm like, the idea that Dio Brando only had, like, one kid is kind of hilarious. Like, that man was not subtle about the fact that he often was just lounging around with whoever. Like, he was a vampire. And I told Liam that. He just messaged me back, and he's like, oh yeah, Dio Brando fucks. In all caps. And I'm like, yep, that feels correct somehow. But yeah, there's a lot going, like, JoJo's is always a lot going on, but if you're trying to talk about representation in JoJo's, like, I don't know of any confirmed, like, queer characters in JoJo, but I also know that there's no way that everybody in that show is straight either. Like, it's just not possible. I'm sorry. I refuse to believe that. You had a lot of fun putting together the Gundam Barbatos. Fair. Barbatos and this Gushin fight each other in the anime, so, like, they could be rivals. They could beat each other up. They could do the fighty beat-em-ups. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. He's a little Gundam. He's a little guy. We painted the black olives that I've been putting off for forever. I don't know that that's dry. That still looks very undry to me. But I don't want to edge highlight this Gundam, I don't think. I don't know that I want to go the next step and start something that's going to be really intense and then not finish it. So we're gonna put him back for now. He's gonna lie down because last time I didn't lay him down, he fell down on top of a project and broke it. So we're not gonna have a repeat of that. That's just not, we're not gonna let that happen. Oh shit. My rig to hold this just snapped off the desk. That's fun. Hang on, momentary technical error. Equipment malfunction. Let's get that back on the desk. Trying to tighten this with one hand is not easy. Oh, there we go. If that's going up or down. That's up, yeah. Okay. Sorry. Again, momentary technical error. We're getting there. There we go. Alright. Crisis averted. Crisis almost happened. Crisis certainly almost happened. There we go. I think there we go anyway. We'll see. Ugh. Okay, that looks fine. You want to paint the Gundam, but you're scared to the joint rub and you like the base colors already? That's a totally valid reason to, like, not paint a Gundam then. If you like how it looks already, there's very little reason for you to repaint it, I would say. It's probably a good reason to not paint it. Haraki's motto is probably, I don't care what gender, sexuality, or sex a character is, they have to look fabulous and wear that drip. Yep. Absolutely correct. I'm sorry, I'm trying to fend off Lobster with the other hand, who's trying to sneak onto the computer keyboard and lie down on top of it, which will inevitably close out the stream. Nah, the rebake is the 4 AM one. You got the normal Gushin Chonkster. Okay, then I don't know what the one you're talking about looks like, unfortunately. That's still wet? Yep. I don't know why. Had to touch it, but yep, that is still wet paint. I'm trying to see what else I have on the desk that I can work on. I have been wanting to paint this guy up. Actually, no. Let's get a Tau in here. Let's paint a Tau. I'm gonna go grab a Tau. I'll be right back. We're gonna get a boy. We're gonna get a boy. Alright, back in the test kitchen. I need a couple other colors, so I'm going to grab those. It's been so long since we painted a Tau together. I think it'll be nice to get back to it. It's our boy. It's our man. Woo! Yeah. We got our boy. I like him because he has a drone shoulder pad for some reason. I just picked him at random from the Tau that I had available. I don't really remember all of my Tau color scheme, but that's fine. We're just gonna paint him up and see what happens. Actually, I can pull up a reference picture on Instagram so that I remember what my guy looks like. Which would be smart. Would be me using all of the resources that I have available. And the whole reason, you know, you make, like, little picture archives of your painting progress. See what we got here. Oh, I need to post photos of my spider guys that I finished. I feel like that would be a really smart thing to do. Okay, here he is. Okay, I see what we've got going on here. So it looks like the underframe is all going to be this pie color, and this is what we used for it. I do remember that. So I can at least start on that base coat. Have a good evening, Ano. It's always so nice to see you. I hope you can get some sleep. Hector is trying to open the case that I keep all my Tau in, and he's succeeding, so I need to go stop him. Hector! Cut that out. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Sorry, buddy. You can't be in there. Go chase this ball instead. Go get it. Yeah. Yes, Hector has been causing the chaos. Not that kind of pie. These are key lime pie, Tao. Pie like the dessert, never pie like the number. Took me a really long time to figure out the color scheme for these guys. So it'll be nice to get back to painting them and knocking out more so I can feel good about how the army comes together as a whole. And I need to like play some kill team with them or something. Play some one-page rules. Maybe I'll bring some Tau to Adepticon. I probably won't bring Tau to Adepticon, let's be real. I don't know that I have enough Tau to field a, like, proper kill team. Maybe I do. Someone way smarter about kill team than me could probably tell me whether I do or don't, but I have Tau. I for sure have Tau. Elden Lord Lobster versus Chaos God Hector and War Boss Achilles. Yeah. That'd be a battle for the ages right there. You'd get your money's worth with that one. Achilles is certainly the most persistent, but he lacks the, like, strength and body mass of the other two. He's the smallest, but he's certainly the scrappiest. He'll keep going. Hector has, like, I'd say he is the perfect combination of, like, a heavyweight champ. He's got the desire, he's got the drive, he's got the build. He just doesn't have the brains. Like, you can outsmart him pretty easily. Lobster is just baby. He'll fight, but he's never going to start the fight. He just wants it to be over. And he has a secret tactic of just starting to give Hector and Achilles baths. He just starts bathing them so they leave him alone. Which is incredibly effective, it seems. So, yeah, I don't know who would win, but it'd certainly be interesting to see it all play out. Looks like I'm putting funny pants on this towel, and I kind of love that. I don't remember if this part's supposed to be green or if it's supposed to be brown, but it's gonna be brown for now, and I can change it later. Maybe it's supposed to be silver. It's been ages, so it doesn't really matter. Hector is still in the background trying to open the suitcase that all these Tau are in, and I can hear him trying and trying. This time I properly locked it, though. I didn't just close the lid, so he's not going to be able to get in there unless he's become way more dexterous than he has any right to be. You really, realistically only need about 10-ish models, 5 plus depending on the army. You know nothing about Tau other than your seething hatred when fighting against them in 40k. Fair enough. I can't really blame you for that. If they're a bitch to fight against, it's kind of like, it's hard not for you to hate them at that point. I certainly was getting to feel that way. Like, I already didn't like Nurgle because gross Nurgle, but also I didn't like losing to Nurgle in my local Age of Sigmar leagues, so I was just like, god damn it. Lumineth got to be that way too, because they had so much shooting that I was like, I can't even get to you to kill you. I have to deal with all this crap. God, I haven't played Age of Sigmar in so long. My D&D group is now running at the same time slot that my Age of Sigmar group plays at, so I stopped playing Age of Sigmar and I've been playing D&D, which I'm really enjoying, don't get me wrong, but it's also like, man, I kind of miss the league a little bit. Pathfinders are the kill team with bespoke rules. Can't remember if they have 10 or 12 models. I think it depends on what drones you take. Oh dang, well I don't have any drones painted up at this point in time. So maybe I should have grabbed a drone to paint instead of this guy. But he's the one that I grabbed, so he's the one that I'm painting. He is wearing a drone on his shoulder. I don't know how many points that counts for. Probably like 1 billion, because that's pretty cute. And as you know, I often say about Warhammer, you can't kill people if you ain't cute. That's the rules. Sorry to break it to you. That's how you play Warhammer. Cutest army wins. It's a secret tactic that almost nobody knows because nobody paints their warhams to be cute. It's definitely an official rule that GW sanctioned because they want their brand represented as wargaming but cute. It's definitely, absolutely what they want. In between the shoulder thingies here, that little bit is brown. I don't know how much of that we're going to be able to reach realistically, but we're going to try. And then I think these little bits are brown too. At least the inside bits should be. And then it looks like the weapons I painted as brown last time. It was just kind of the fancy armor and the head that was green. So we can definitely do that. But all the like inner pieces were all pie crust brown. Or, if you're being technical, Kislev flesh. Cool. So I guess I need to paint these guns brown as well. Which feels weird to me for some reason, but that's what we're gonna do. Because we're gonna try and follow the way of the previous previous Tau that we had painted. Man, after painting knights, I'm just like, I paint everything that's tiny so much quicker. Excuse me. It's crazy how much faster you can base coat literally any other model than a giant Night Titan. I wonder why that is. Grimdark is over. Cute Bright is the new hot painting style. Bright Hammer. Cute Hammer. It's make Warhammer cute again. Hashtag Cute Hammer. I've actually tagged quite a few of my posts with Cute Hammer. I don't think it's caught on, but maybe someday. I want to do a Lisa Frank army, but I can't decide what I should Lisa Frankify. I'm thinking, like, obvious contenders are Gits, but I kind of already have the clown thing going on there. Less obvious contenders are Flesh Eater Courts, which are just the nastiest boys, so I feel like if I made them really cute, it'd be really funny. But then I look at some of the Flesh Eater Courts models, and I'm like, I don't want to fix you. I don't want to paint you. I don't even really want to look at you. But I have to. I think this guy's little cannon is a 3D printed part that that Tyler added on, and I just kind of love that. He really customized the fuck out of these guys, which is really cool. I hope he doesn't regret selling them to me, a weirdo who was like, hey, if you don't want those Tau anymore, I'll buy them. I doubt he did. He seems to be having a lot of fun playing orcs and building some Chaos Knights. So I hope my purchase helped him buy cool shit. But I also hope he doesn't regret it. Especially seeing how long it's taken me to get around to painting more Tau. But that's okay. I'm allowed to take my time with my projects. I'm allowed to just have fun with it. Hee 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 hee. Lisa Frank Nurgle. Make Nurgle kawaii. No. Stop trying to make Nurgle happen. It's never gonna happen. Cute Hammer is like Dark Souls Lisa Frank. Absolutely. I don't like how all of you are voting for Nurgle. Vote for something else. Pick a different one. Pick something else. How come the only time you guys can agree is when it's making me suffer? That's not fair to me, the person running this stream. God damn it. Choose a different option. Nurgle is not on the table. Nurgle is not even, like, in the ballpark. Playing on a completely different field. Vampires are cool. I'm not gonna even debate you there. I just already have Soul Blight that I've already worked out a color scheme for. And I don't know that I want to paint any more of them because I didn't really like how they played. And also, I kind of painted up all the models that I liked. Although, I do like those new Warcry vampires that came out. I don't even play Warcry, right? But, like, the models are sick as hell. So, they're probably fun to paint. I think that's also worth pursuing. Like, I can just buy something and paint it because I want to. Because I think it'll be fun, as opposed to being like, I need this for a game. Because having painted 42 miniatures and finishing off, like, 2 or 3 projects that I really felt were, like, lingering and hanging over my head as stuff I needed to get done, I do feel like I can buy a couple fun things if I want them. Only a few, though. I'm trying to manage my miniature spending, which is often wildly out of control. Not in a way that it's like, I can't afford to do this and it's a problem for me, but more in like a, I buy more than I could reasonably paint right now, and sometimes I feel bad about that. So, in an effort to continue to keep my hobby enjoyable and low pressure, finishing out projects is a good way to go. That way I can pick up more projects at Adepticon. Okay, I think that's the tan base coat done on him. Actually, I think that little back foot part's supposed to be tan as well, so I'm gonna paint it tan. And if it's not, I'll paint it a different color later. I have the power to make that change. Okay, cool. Now I preemptively tore off a piece of sponge because I knew I was going to need it. And this is dry enough. It's still a little tacky, but it's dry enough. Fire Slayers with rainbow mohawks. Flesh Eater Kawaii sounds funny. That's correct. I want to be the bully, not the bullied. Correct. Dwarves! I've never really liked dwarves as, like, a fantasy creature. I don't know. Painting, like, humans with muscles and beards but angry, they're definitely not very cute. They're not, like, kind of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs dwarves. They're like, rawr, we're gonna kill you, dwarves. So, I mean, I guess you have a point there. They'd be something to make cute, because they're currently not very cute. They'd be a process, that's for sure. This doesn't look as good as when I did it on the other guys, and I don't exactly know why. I think maybe I didn't put a black base coat down on that one, or maybe it was just better when, like, the metal parts weren't also made out of green stuff, but we're gonna just stick with it, and throw a bunch of blood and stuff on the bases. And you know what? It's gonna be fine. It's Necromunda. If it looks shitty, then it's just weathered and distressed like the city should be. I'm not gonna pretend like I know enough about Necromunda to be like that's correct or that's incorrect, but I am gonna probably scrape all of the Martian iron crust I can out of that bottle and throw it on the bases to see if I can make them look better. No, it probably won't be Fire Slayers. I don't know. I'm just not interested in the army. I'm glad that people are enjoying the Leagues of Votann, but it's not for me. And that's okay. Not everything has to be for everyone. I've learned that. A wise friend named Jeremy taught me that. It's a good thing to remember sometimes. Especially when you're like, dang it, why can't people just appreciate all of the cool shit that I like? Alright, let's see. This bottle feels pretty heavy. So, like, I'm hopeful that there's a lot in there. I don't know if I have a great tool for scraping it out, so I think we're just gonna find, like, an old paintbrush that we can work with. And we're gonna go with that. We're just gonna start literally caking these bases in as much of this as we can get. Because it's just gonna look like meat. Which is gonna be gross, but also very accurate to the look that I'm going for. So, basically just meat. Floor of meat. That, I don't like the way that sounded, but that is where we're at right now. We're on the meat floor. So there's going to be very little of the actual, like, panel showing. It's mostly just going to be meat floor. No one say anything weird about that. It's weird enough as is. Basically, if they look like they're standing in a pile of raw hamburger, that's exactly what we want. And we're gonna sacrifice this brush to get us there. It's gonna be gross. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know how I feel about it. But that's what happens when you don't have bases that are the correct size, and you don't want to spend money on bases that are the correct size. But you do have some texture paint and the fortitude and the theming to make a whole floor of raw meat look like the thing that is supposed to be there. I don't know if everybody's going to interpret it as raw meat, which, I mean, that's fine. It's a pretty gross theme to come to terms with, but they are McDonald's bugs. It does make a weird, twisted kind of sense. Just don't think about where the meat came from too much. Okay, yep, everybody's saying weird meat stuff in the chat. Absolutely. I expected that to happen. I knew it was going to happen. I'll be reading some of those in a moment. Give me a little bit of time to finish up putting all the meat floor on the floor. All the floor meat on the meat floor. It's pretty nasty. As you can see. As you can clearly witness. But I do think it makes quite the impression. The impression being, these bugs, you don't want to fuck with them too much, because look what they're crawling around in. It's gross. It's gross. It's not nice. It's nasty. It's a meat floor. Floor full of meat. You can make like scrapies, stuff like that, to make it look like people walked through it, so we're probably going to do some of that. Seraphon, Lisa Frank, that would be cute. Floor meat for Kawaii Nurgle. Meat is me. The floor is meat is greater than the floor is lava. Gross LOL. I agree with gross LOL. Sorry about that. It's 40k. The meat is people. Just gotta nail the meat all over the walls and floor. Thank you for the Magnus Archives reference, Goober. That was solid as hell. I appreciate it. Toby Carlisle would be proud. Yeah, I bet those hearts are from you, Goober, because I recognized your reference. Hee hee hee. I'm very clever. I don't know what's with all the hee hee hees for me lately. I don't know where I started picking that up, but that's been happening a lot. It's been happening a lot. I'm trying to make this meat floor a little less dense than the previous meat floor so that we have enough meat for all of the flooring. God, the sentences that I'm saying right now. Cameron's gonna come back from reading their books and be like, what the fuck happened? You did two, yeah, you did two Magnus Archives references, that's true. That's true. Thank you for that. I appreciate the culture. Pfeiffer, I'm gonna say a string of gross things, but no one is allowed to echo it or call me out on it. But anyhow, meat floor, let's figure it out. Yep. You're correct. Listen, this is my stream, I don't see you streaming, Josh, so I get to make the rules on my own stream. If you stream, Josh, you get to make the rules. And then I'll follow them. So if you say, hey, don't talk about the meat floor, I won't talk about the meat floor on your stream. I won't even think about it. I won't say statement of Fiverr last name redacted regarding a floor made out of meat. This one is significantly heavier than the other ones, and I don't know if that's due to the amount of meat on the floor or that the resin is heavier than the plastic. I'll let you draw your own conclusion. You tell me. Choose your own meat venture. I did not just say that. Jesus fucking Christ. Everybody's like, wow, your paint jobs are so cute. Everything is adorable. This is so wholesome. And here I am like, you know what? Here's a tutorial for how to make your floor look like it's covered in uncooked raw person hamburger. Congratulations! It's gross. I don't hate it, though. Usually I have to say it's gross and I hate it, but this is my own concept. And all the meat on this floor is 100% all natural, wasteland harvested Karens. So, make of that what you will. Make of that what you will. I just hope there's enough meat in this tank for everybody to have enough. This beautiful, beautiful, weird thing that we're making. Oh, I got a text message. Probably someone who isn't like, hey, stop covering your bugs' bases in meat, you weirdo. I'll check that later, though. We're in the middle of corrupting the natural order of things. We can't stop to check text messages now. Get the idea that these guys would walk through floor meat while barefoot? No, incorrect. They're all wearing little boots and little clown shoes that they stole. Sometimes they even have mismatched shoes, which is honestly really cute. So no, they would not be walking through the raw meat barefoot. I'm sorry to ruin your headcanon, but that is inaccurate. They don't do that. This isn't like a making wine grape situation thing where they dance around in it, whatever, or they crush grapes with their feet. They're not mixing the meat with their feet. They're just running through it on their bugs. I don't know why they're running through the meat, okay? I didn't think that far ahead. I just knew that, well, you know, some people might not even realize that this is meat. Some people might think that it's like, you know, just Martian, like Mars basing. But you guys, you're gonna know that it's meat, okay? You're not gonna think that it's like a Martian wasteland. You're gonna look at that and be like, that's meat, and I'm aware of the fact that it is meat. I'm gonna cover up that fingerprint mark in the sculpting with meat. Take some meat. Sorry to anyone who's like vegetarian watching this today. It's this might not be the stream for you today, and I'm sorry about that. If I've created a hostile environment, I didn't mean to. This is heavier than the other. You stream one time, but you can't talk and paint at the same time. That's fair. It's a little difficult, and sometimes I go a little quiet when I'm, like, focusing on a particular detail, so I totally feel that. Choose your own meat, Fiverr McFiverr, 2023. Yep, that sounds about right. Sorry, Kalos. I can't apologize. I can only say that this is what I'm doing here tonight. And, you're here to witness it, so... Yep. This is where we're at in my hobby journey. Is putting... You know, I bet when Soda Addict sent me these, he was not thinking... First of all, these will be beautiful French... No, I actually think I said that they would be beautiful French fry and burger bugs, which is fair. But I bet he didn't say, oh, and they're also going to be running through just a fucking giant clump of raw meat. Do you think the 5-second rule applies to meat floor, or do we get long? I don't think you should eat any meat that's been on this floor. Or any floor, really. I think you should avoid floor meat when possible. You can quote me on that. I think you should avoid floor meat when possible. I recognize there are some situations in which you may need to eat meat that came off of a floor, like maybe some sort of apocalypse scenario. But I think in general, you should avoid it if possible. Got like red magenta wash to make it a little bit more meaty. I do. I think I have like some contrast paint and stuff. I was thinking of thinning down, as gross as it sounds, I thought I might thin down some Blood for the Blood God and just kind of let it do its thing. But I don't know if I want it to be like gory. This is pretty bad that it's just clumps of raw meat. I don't know if I need to add blood in there. I think, because, like, on my other bases, I don't really have blood mixed in with the meat that's on the little, like, there's little clumps of meat, but it's not like this. So I think I don't want to make it too gross. Because I know that's rich coming from where we're at right now, but it's also the truth. Yeah, you did step out for a minute, and what the actual meat hell did you come back to? We're finishing these bases, and we're putting meat on the floor. I don't know what to tell you. This is what we're doing. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Sort of. I'm also not. It's my army, and you guys can't tell me how to paint it, but it's a lot. It's a lot. All this feet and meat talk. No wonder the views are so high. Well, dang, if I knew all I had to do was talk about meat, then I should have been getting higher views all along. Oh, no. Why does this keep happening? See, this is the downside of streaming. Sometimes you have to, like, have people you don't, like, just on the internet witness you doing weird stuff, like putting meat on the floor of your bases. The good news is there is enough meat for all of the bases. The bad news is we did put a significant amount of fake meat on all of these bases, which is just like red paint and sand that I paid way too much money for. But here we are. Those are our meat bases. If you want a base that just looks like powdered raw meat, might I suggest Martian Iron Crust, and also ruining that brush is dead. Like, I'm not getting that back. That's a dead brush. That's going in the Garbo. I'm sorry. It served its time. It did its duty. It performed service to society, but that's all it can do. It tried its best. And in the end, meat floor is where it died. So, on that note, we're gonna repaint some of the black on the bases, and then we're gonna paint the names on the bases, and that's kind of gonna be it. I actually don't know if I'm gonna stream painting the names, because that's a lot of detail work, and frankly, it's hard to, like, get the detail done, and also, like, have it be on camera. It's just tricky. But I can definitely redo the base rims, because there's a little bit of, like, rust wash that got on them. In some cases, there's a little bit of meat that got on them. I mean, Martian iron crust. It's not real meat. Space meat. Hostile where? Just worried that, you know, if you're, like, really grossed out by meat, this is pretty difficult. If you drop a cookie on a meat floor, there is no 5-second rule, because now you have a meat and chocolate chip cookie. Boys raiding the butcher store. All this talk of meat floors is either two-cornered Nurgle, and I don't know which is worse. Can I make a maple syrup gloss coat for the McGriddle Bugmen? I could, but they're burger bugmen, so they don't need a syrup coat. Yeah, this is cute meat, not gory meat. Meat on the dance floor. There's so many meat jokes in the chat. How do you guys do this? How detailed do you want to... No, their names are just going to be painted in white. They're not going to be sausage links, okay? I need you all to be mature about this. But you've not been. I've been mature-ish. I don't know. It's a meat floor. What do you want from me? It's they gotta do something with the corpses, and you know, meat. I was talking about hashtag make Warhammer cute again, and I'm not gonna hashtag this with cute hammer. Most people are just gonna think that it's Mars, though. Most people aren't gonna look at that and go, you know what? Meat. So, really, it's fine. It's just you. I could have literally been saying Martian stuff the whole time, and nobody would have known that it was meat. It's just you and I, chat, who are burdened with this knowledge now. Fun fact, when some of the texture spills out over the base rim, I sometimes like to keep it there. If it's in, like, an aesthetic way, because I just feel like it extends the scene. Like, that just a little bit pokes out. I love that. I don't think a lot of people do. But I think it can look cool sometimes, and I keep it. I don't try and cover it up. Not with everything, but, like, that's just poking out a little bit, and I try and preserve it. I think it's fun. Adds like a little bit more 3D-ness to it, which is neat. If it's clown meat, would it taste funny? Oh god, pun jail. Pun jail. Oh dear. Why do I hate Canadian burgers covered in maple? I don't think that's a thing, Josh. I think you're making that up. Listen, sausage link names would be cool. I'm not going to deny that, but we have to be realistic about how much space is on this base rim and my current painting ability. And I don't think I'm currently at the state where I can paint Sausage Link names on a base rim. I just don't think I'm going to be able to pull it off. I really don't. I worry that these models are a little bit too red now that I've put the meat on the bases, but we're just living with it. This is the year of getting projects finished, perfect or otherwise. So, while these are not perfect, they are complete. And that's pretty cool. So we're going to have OSHA, DoorDash, Grubhub, Deliveroo, and Postmates. All running across the beautiful meat floor. This is Slaanesh aligned, obviously. I don't think it's aligned to anything. I don't think there are gods in this world. Martian meat venture search for... You guys are just saying stuff. Dana's cool. Dana and I have been talking about Bloodborne recently because we both love Bloodborne. I was like, hey, I'm running a Bloodborne-inspired D&D game. We should talk about it. Sausage letters greater than object source lighting. It's a bigger challenge, I grant you that. At least for me. Because OSL you can kind of fake, but I don't know how you're going to cheat Sausage Link letters. I think you've got to be really talented to pull that off. I'm not at that skill level yet. So, it's not going to happen. What is going to happen, though, is we finished repainting the base rim. And we've maybe committed some model making crimes. Just a few, though. Just like a cat. It's like the jaywalking of model crimes to put meat on the floor. It's fine. Right? Like, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Kalos, you're about to go. We're about to close out here. So I hope you have a good night. I'm just kind of like gonna talk for a couple more minutes, but there's not really anything more that I can do on these bugs. And that's kind of what I wanted to get done today. So we did good. We got a lot of stuff done. I may have traumatized a couple of people with my meat floor project here. She does love the pale sand. That is a signature of her painting style. Which is cool. I love that that became a meme in the miniature painting community. Thanks for watching this happen. I'm sorry, I think is maybe an appropriate thing. I think that this might be a stream that I should apologize for. I don't know. You guys made a lot of meat jokes, so clearly you were having a good time. But yep, this is where we're gonna end this one. I've got television to watch now. I've got to catch up on Last of Us, and I don't know if I'm gonna watch the new Mandalorian yet. I might save that as a, like, motivation to get through the day kind of thing, because I need that in my life. But I'm glad that you guys, like, we streamed the entire process of painting my Necromunda gangs, pretty much. And that's really neat. I like, it feels kind of social. It feels like I had friends over and we all hung out a bunch and we got painting done together. And I really like that feeling. It's quite a nice feeling, so thank you so much for being here and encouraging me on my weird McDonald's adventure. I hope that you guys have a really good night, and I'll see you in the next one. There will be a video coming out kind of soon, hopefully, if I get my butt in gear and edit it, so I won't be gone for long, I promise. Alright. Bye, everybody.